What is going on, guys? MOBA here on this channel, Mr. Supply Drops. Today, I wanted to make a video talking about Deadlock, and will this be the next Fortnite? Now, what I mean by that is that Fortnite is an absolutely massive game, or at least it was when it was even more popular back in 2018, and late last year, they absolutely hit peak numbers yet again when they brought back Season OG. So they're still doing pretty good. Over 1 million players concurrently is still really good, but it's not as popular as it was in 2018, of course. Like, people were talking about it on the news. They were talking, I don't know if it would ever get to that point. That was a crazy time for a game. Like, I don't think there's any game that has been that big. I mean, other than Grand Theft Auto.
Are they going to become violent just by playing Grand Auto Theft?
But maybe. Either way, Deadlock, though, in my personal opinion, does have the potential to be that big of a game. And the Steam numbers don't lie. This is the main reason I'm already talking about this. This game is only available right now by inviting other players, and it has over 100,000 concurrent players pretty much all the time from what I've seen. It is always massive. It's not even out yet. There's no progression. There's nothing to buy in a shop or anything like that. Like, no skins. There's no battle pass. There's no way to earn any of the characters. Like, you have everything unlocked already. It's just the gameplay. That's it. The gameplay is keeping people hooked, and that is exactly what Fortnite was back in the day. The main thing that got Fortnite as big as it was is just because people were introduced to the battle royale genre and the building mechanic and, you know, all sorts of things like that. It was an interesting, fun spin on battle royale, and I feel like the same thing is happening with Deadlock. It is a fun spin on MOBAs. I'm personally not someone who plays MOBAs. I've tried to get into League. The top-down camera, the shop being as complicated as it is, I've never been able to get into it just because of that. I feel like I'm someone who wants to get invested later on. If I'm going to learn the game, I need to get into it a little bit first before I truly start investing time into learning and how to get better and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to do that from the beginning before I even know if I truly like the game. And that's basically the problem I've always had with League, with Dota. I just don't have that problem with Deadlock. I started playing the game after getting invited by a friend. I've been having a blast. I'm not putting that much time into it because I've been busy with other games, and, well, I only got access to it recently, but still, it has been a very fun game from the times I have played. And I think once it does release officially, it is going to absolutely explode in popularity. I am saying this right now. I don't know if it'll come out until 2025, 2026. It does not matter at this point. As long as the player count stays above 100K, I do believe it'll just explode in popularity even more once it officially comes out. Once they start advertising it, they start talking about it, there's streams about it. Like, I mean, there are streams, but I mean, even more streams and, you know, drops on Twitch, all that sort of advertising and stuff that they do. I do believe this game could be absolutely massive. Now, I also want to add in here that the art style is a massive positive in its favor. The art style is exactly the reason that Fortnite, in my personal opinion, was as good as it was back then. It was a combination of good gameplay, good art direction. Well, I guess not the most insane graphics. There's a difference between graphics and art style, but regardless, the art style is fantastic. It's cartoony, but it's not too cartoony that it's to the point of Fortnite, but it's its own thing in this noir setting. Whatever it is exactly, I don't exactly know, but it is absolutely fantastic. It feels unique. It looks really visually appealing. That is the main thing. Is the game visually appealing? That is exactly how it was for games like the original Warzone, for an example. It was more realistic, but I will say it was visually appealing, regardless of the game attached to it. Modern Warfare 2019 was good or not. The art style of it was fantastic. It looked really good visually, and that is something that if a game gets wrong, for me, I can't play the game. I just don't enjoy it. If a game looks crap, I'm not gonna like it, regardless of if the gameplay is good or not. And I'm not talking about graphics. I just want to say that a game that I don't even play, but I really like the art of it, is World of Warcraft, for an example. This game's from 2004. If we're talking about graphics, it looks pretty terrible. But if you look at the art style, it looks really good, and there's something really appealing to it, in my opinion. So going back to Deadlock, this game has it. It has the art style. It might not have the graphical fidelity or whatever that some games have. I mean, you can't really count that either way. It's still an alpha technically, so I don't know if it will have higher quality details or whatever. And I just think that the visual art style of it will definitely take it very, very far in combination with the really good, interesting design of the gameplay. Now, the one thing that would hold it back, unfortunately, and we don't know what's the case with this, although we have kind of an idea based off of how Valve handles it in the past, is it going to come to console consoles because that is a big factor on why Fortnite was so big. It was a battle royale on consoles, which was not very heard of at the time. Actually, I don't think that was a thing at all. And there are MOBAs on console, I think like Smite, for an example, but it's not a MOBA shooter. There's none of those. That's not available. I don't know. Is Smite a MOBA shooter? I don't think so, from what I remember years ago, unless they changed something. I don't think it's a shooter. I think it's just a regular MOBA, just with the third-person camera. But either way, point is, consoles is a big factor. I mean, then again, Valorant popped off. It was absolutely big before it even came to consoles. Like, it just recently came to consoles this year, and it's always been pretty big, pretty popular. But then again, we don't even know what the numbers are when it comes to Valorant, so we can't really talk on that too much, I guess. But when it comes to Deadlock, we know we can see over 100,000 players on a closed beta that has nothing to do, basically. There's nothing to play for, nothing to grind for, just the straight gameplay, just the straight up fun. That's a great sign right there. Will it come to mobile one day? Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, honestly, I would say that that's another factor. If they want this game to be massive, they would do that. But based off of all this stuff, I don't think that is going to happen, at least not mobile. I would say that's not going to happen at all. I could be wrong about that, but console, I can see it happening a few years after they release it on PC, if it doesn't release day one, I don't know. But I can see it happening later on, at least with consoles. I'm just not 100% sure right now about that because Valve does not usually do console ports as far as I'm aware. I mean, they have done a CSGO port, but that was absolutely abysmal and they never updated it past a certain point. So yeah, I don't know about that, but I do think that it would be needed in order to be as big, to have a chance at that. Basically, it would probably need to be on more platforms than just PC. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. League has been incredibly popular for years and it's only on PC. Well, I guess now it's on mobile now, but it's not the exact same one. It's League of Rift, or I don't know what it was, but either way, it's called something else. It's not exactly League of Legends. I don't think it's like the equivalent of Call of Duty Mobile. It's not exactly like the more recent Call of Duty games. It's like a spin-off game made specifically for mobile. I could be wrong about that though. I haven't played it, but yeah, this game has a ton of potential. That's the whole reason I'm even making this video. I really do think that it could absolutely pop off. The fact that it bridges the gap between MOBA and shooter, it allows the two audiences to merge. Whether you're into MOBAs or shooters, it doesn't matter. You'll probably like this game, and especially the people who like both, because then yeah, you'll definitely like this game, I would imagine. I mean, again, it's not perfect. This is not a perfect game. Everyone's talking amazing about it. It's not perfect by any means at all. I don't see very many negative things about it, but that's just because this is a really good game for once, and it's very rare that we get a game that is high quality like this. Like, it's not even out yet, and it's higher quality than a lot of games that come out day one, like Concord, for an example. That game was ass. And it also cost, what, like $70? Or no, it was like $40. I think it was like a $40. Anyways, it cost money to play the game, and it sucked. Yet, this game is free to play, is insanely high quality, and it's from Valve. And we don't really get very many games from Valve as far as I am aware. But anyways, that is going to wrap up this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think this game has the potential to be Fortnite popularity, or do you think I'm crazy and we'll probably never see another game like that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you guys enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated. If you're new here and you like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.